Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video is composed of things that I tinkered with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. This video should contain tips and tricks of things that I've learned throughout the year. Now, I only plan on leaving this video posted for about 30 days. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. Kicked off the day, did some website editing. I actually manage a website or two. So I'm out here with Queen Bee, about to do a little tinkering. First thing I'm going to do is change the thermostat and check the spark plugs. This is supposed to pick up some wind, so I may lose my ability to make decent videos if the wind is blowing. And then I'm going to finish this roof trim, put the door panels on, and a few other things. I feel the need to make a PSA about buying parts for your car. A lot of people misunderstand the fact that I make trips to the junkyard for, I don't think it matters what parts you get. Let me tell you something. If at all possible, my opinion is get the OEM manufacturer design parts for your car, if you can afford it at all. Me, I was out of work for several years, caring for my wife. Therefore, I had a need to find good used parts instead of buying brand new parts. Now, I guess I would say I have a part-time hustle with YouTube and tinkering on other folks' cars. But man, you know, that's just a part-time income. It is not enough to sustain me. So occasionally, I will try to find used parts, but the preferred thing is to buy brand new, good parts. Here's a prime example of why you need to get new parts. When you need a thermostat for your car, I say go get one from the dealer or one that is manufactured by the same company that makes them for the dealer. In this case, a thermostat for Volvo is made by HOWR. Here is the HOWR thermostat. It has the temperature on the bottom, it has the bleeder pin, and it's a good quality thermostat. Thermostats probably should be replaced whenever the car starts losing its proper temperature. Here is another good source of a part for your car if you have one of these Volvos. Here's a part that I'm finding in some cars. It's bought at your local auto parts store, but it is not the OEM part. The problem with this aftermarket part is it don't even fit. Look at the size difference. The one on the left is the exact same size as the Volvo one, and the one on the right is the one people are buying at local auto parts stores. The thing is almost a ½ inch longer. It's getting stuck in the thermostat housing, and it's not allowing the thermostat to open properly, and the cars are running hot. Don't use aftermarket things that you buy at your local auto parts if you can at all avoid it. This is being given as the proper part, but in fact, it is not the proper part. Now, the one that goes in there is not a fail-safe. This one is a fail-safe. I don't know if the cell face is worth it or not. However, as you may see, this one is stuck open because the car started getting hot and it tripped the fail-safe mode. Another thing that you should know and understand is that the manufacturer of the vehicle has specifically designed tolerances for the parts they use. Good example, a mass airflow sensor. Most of these Volvos, that is made by Bosch. If you get some other remanufactured, rebranded, this, that mass airflow sensor, the car is probably not going to run correctly long. It'll probably cost you fuel mileage, and because it's new, it'll trick you into thinking that's not the problem. You could have a brand new sensor not communicate well with the computer, and you have a problem. Don't do that. Get the one that belongs to the car, especially Volvos. Volvos do not like aftermarket parts like mass airflow sensors. Any sensor, any electronic part, don't get aftermarket. Always spend the extra money or the extra time or the extra effort to get the right parts. The other day, I helped a lady with her spark plugs. Her plugs was hard to come out of the engine. They were aftermarket plugs. I personally think the thread pattern was just a little bit different, which was probably damaging the threads in her head. She went and got Bosch plugs. They went in easy. Volvo plugs would have probably went in easy. But these, it was a little hard to get them out of the head. Probably was a little hard to get them in. Always try to use the OEM parts for your car. Get them from the dealer. Get them from parts places that sell OEM parts. Get them from the manufacturer. But do your best to use the OEM parts. Your car will run better, have less issues. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for watching. I have decided to do a PSA about thermostats that people are currently installing in these white block Volvos, specifically the P81s, 850s, those vehicles. The one on the left comes from a local auto parts store. The one on the right came from a Volvo part supplier. It's a Whaler. It's supposed to be the company that makes the thermostats for Volvo. As you can see, the one on the left is not the proper height. It's about a ½ inch longer. Being that it's longer, that thermostat is not being allowed to open properly to cool the engine, especially at highway speeds. It is a fail-safe thermostat, and I don't know if you can see, but it is stuck open because temperature got hot, it opened up enough to lock open, and now you have a situation where you have an open thermostat, not allowing the car to warm up properly and fast. So, I want to encourage you, get the OEM thermostat from Volvo. Whaler makes that thermostat. There's also another company that makes thermostat. But whatever you do, make sure the thermostat is the right height, not something that's wrong and don't fit. Do your best. Get the right thermostat. First thing I'm going to do is replace the thermostat in Queen Bee here. Man, it looks like I got a little coolant or something down there leaking out of this hose up here, this improper hose. So I'm going to find the hose that fits this right. I can see it leaking there. And then I'm going to drain some of the coolant out, change this thermostat real quick. Not sure if you remember or not, but the thermostat I took out of here was no good. So I didn't put one back. I just left my flush stat in there so that my flush stat could keep it sealed. So let me go ahead and put this thermostat in here and close it back up. Not sure if you remember, but the mechanic told me that that bleeder pin was supposed to be around the 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock position. So just about pointed toward that hole up on that side. Check the plugs. I didn't remember, but these are Volvo plugs. So I'm going to leave these in since they're going good. Recommend they be replaced in about 15,000 miles. I want to say I've seen a receipt that said they were installed 15,000 miles ago. So I re-gapped them when I put the engine together. I just didn't remember they were Volvo plugs. So should be good to go. We'll see what the fuel economy is like once I get these back in. I got the thermostat now, and I get the good tires on there with the proper tire inflation. This vehicle also has newer wires. As you can see, they're dated the 40th week of 2014, so they're not old wires. Cap's missing on the end of the fuel rail, so I'm going to find that, put that on. I'm also going to secure this up here, get that back on. I'm having an issue on Queen Bee that when the door is closed, the lights in the dome position stay on all the time. As you can see, this is to the right. The light switches are out, and when I open the door, the lights come on. When I close it, it has a delay about 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and then the lights go out. There they are. Queen bee, that's not happening. As you can see, the door is open, no lights. I could turn them on like this, but then they don't cut off. So I'm going to replace this assembly with the one I got from the salvage yard. It looks like this one may also have lights behind the switches. Not sure. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and swap that out real quick and see if that fixes my problem. My dome lights still do not work when I open the door, so there must be some kind of short in a door latch or something. Interesting. Got to find out what that problem could be. I got these clips. I put them in the missing positions. Now I'm going to secure this roof trim and be done with that. Next, I'm going to put this door panel on. I don't see the light that goes in this thing. Oh, it sticks in the end of the door panel. I'm going to make sure all of these lights work. These door warning lights, that'll let me know the latches work. Because if the latches don't work, then I can't get my alarm and my dome light to work properly. Next, I'm going to wash up the door seal and put it back on. The lower part down there is glued on. This part has clips that I have taken out. The problem with these clips are they have little push pins in them, and once you take that push pin out, they fall inside the door and you never get to see them or reach them again. However, there's one, looks like in there, maybe not. I have found that those push pins are about the same size as skewers, you know, barbecue super large toothpick type things. So I'm going to push them through there and cut them off and use those to hold these clips in. Because other than that, you'd have to buy these clips for $3 a piece. So there's a clip in the end of there. It's got the plastic push pin in it. And on this side over here, the push pin went inside the car. So I'm going to stick the clip on there and I'm going to break off one of those things in there. So let me set that in place. And I picked up a package of these bamboo skewers. So I'm going to take these, push them in the hole far enough to hold the pins open, and then clip them off with my 10 snips. And these are $2.50 a pack instead of buying, you know, 30 of those clips for $3 something a piece, spending a couple $100. So I'm going to take the skewer, push it in there a little ways. It'll hold that clip in and open like that. Now I'm going to snip that off, push it in a little bit further, and I may even hit it with a black marker. There it is. Take the snips, cut it off, push it in a little bit further, and then color it. I went on ahead and pushed it in level with my little snips there. You could even push it in a little bit if you like. And then I'm going to color it black. Get some black fingernail polish or use my black marker. I use my black Sharpie. It looks great. Can't even tell that it's got a black Sharpie and a bamboo skewer in it. Perfect match. Time to put this seal around this door. The part that goes in around here, it has a channel in the seal that locks that in there. That works a little better when it's wet, but it don't have to be. You could work it in there and still have it lock in place. So wet it or don't, it's up to you. Here I am on the back door using these bamboo sticks. Make sure your clip is in all the way in the door. Push the bamboo stick in there to let it expand in the door. Cut it off and push it in and color it. There it is, cut off. Push it in with a blunt screwdriver or something. Then you see it can't come out. then color it with your Sharpie or something. I'm going to go ahead and do that the rest of the way up this door sill. Noisy buggers. I'm only pushing these in about a 1/2 inch or 5/8. That's enough to get in the clip and expand them. The clips are not much deeper than that. So there you go. That's how far I'm going in on the clips to expand them. One at a time. So that's how far you need to go in. Now the rest of this back door seal is put on by molding tape on the outside of the door. So I'm going to roll that molding tape down there and stick the seal on it. My molding tape is a little wider than the area, so I'm being real careful. I'm trimming it, but I'm not cutting the edge of the door with the razor. So I'm slicing down here to trim it off, but I'm not cutting the paint off the door. So do that if you can. Be careful and don't cut your door so you don't have any bare metal. Then I'm going to use this strip to try to put my letters back on. So you got to make sure this piece of door that you're putting this tape on is super clean. You can wipe it down with acetone, then clean the inside of your seal, make sure it's super clean, and then press it on there after you pull off the backing. So I'm going to pull off the backing, press the seal on. Put a razor blade under the edge, got the backing pulled off, set it there to put those little strips on. Now I'm going to press the seal on here. And there you have it. The door seal is installed. Should be quiet as a mouse again. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.